back to Great Day. Earlier, we checked in with professional organizer Lisa Giesler. She's at the Sugarland Home and Garden Show at the Stafford Center. They have everything from A to Z to get your house in order. A is for animal print. The Z is for zebra print. More on that in a minute. But first, Lisa, with the ABCs of organizing, you know, if it's out of sight, it's usually out of mind. And how many of us have those drawers and pantries and closets where stuff is shoved into the corners that we don't even need? So why are we storing it?
That's a good question. I'm not sure why people are storing some of the things, but we're not going to talk about that one. But I do have a question for you. Where do you have stored all of your electronics, all those power cords that hooks up your camera to the computer? Where do you have it stored?
You're not going to believe this, but I have it stored in an old antique suitcase, a Samsonite that my mom gave me for a long time ago.
Oh my gosh.
I know, you and I are connected, because when he told me that yesterday, I said, hey, you're not going to believe this.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead for the sake of all the viewers, and I'm going to show everybody an example. Here we go, is a little chest. It's a little trunk here. It's very decorative. It goes on your shelf quite well. But that way, if you keep all of your stuff together, that way you know where to find it. It's always in a place. There's a place for it.
Yeah.
Another thing, I got a question for you. Where do you keep your playing cards, poker chips, things for your game? Same thing.
I keep them in a woven brown basket, just like that. You have been to my house, Lisa. I think you have been to my house.
Okay, well, maybe you don't have this one. I think this one's new. Okay, most people have this in their kitchen, and it's got their ink pens and notepads. It looks kind of messy. But if you put it inside one of these little trunks, it's hidden away. And you can also put a corkboard. See, watch the Great Day Houston show.
There you go, at 9. You know what, and Lisa, that's a great point, because, you know, it's kind of like organization within organization. That's kind of that idea behind it when you have drawers, you know, that proverbial junk drawer that we all have. And so you have the organization within that drawer. So it's put away, but put away neatly. You're more likely to be able to find things and keep things organized.
Exactly. Now, I got another question for you. Where do you keep your wrapping paper and all your ribbons for Christmas and all the other holidays?
You know, I just buy new every year, because by the time I find all the stuff that I have this nightmare that one day I'm going to go through my house and find that every drawer is crammed full of wrapping paper because I just kind of put it away and forgot where I put it.
Okay, well, here's a fun idea for you. Here are some planners. This is a perfect size for putting your wrapping paper in. You can have it in a guest bedroom, in a closet, in your little craft room. But you can also have the matching container to have the ribbons in. So that way it's stored decoratively, doesn't look messy, and it's in one place.
That's a great idea. I mean, it's very simple, but it's a great idea.
Now, I got another one for you. Most people with the Kindle don't keep books, so a lot of people don't have bookcases like they used to, but occasionally you have a book and you don't really want all the books stacked up. Here's another little fabulous idea, a little antique basket. You can put your books, and that way you can keep it next to your bedside, you can display it, or you can put the lid right back on it, and that way you know where your books are.
Yeah, you know, the nice thing about these ideas of not tucking things away is that you're really using space for storage that you used to not use. I mean, it's out in plain sight, but yet it's covered up. But that gives us extra room for storage when we have things out that way.
Now, you know, it's interesting that you pointed that out, because they have this little saying, it's called innies and outies. Some people want to see it, some people don't want to see it. For me, I got to see it. If I don't see it, I don't know where it's at. But this gives both worlds.
No, you're right. We cleaned out some drawers, and I'm like, there are like remote controls to like a console TV from 1975. It's like, really, like, what are we holding on to that for? You know?
I've got another little fun organizational idea. Instead of having little scrap pieces of paper all over your house reminding you what to get at the grocery store, this is a very decorative chalkboard. You can hang it on the wall. You can put a hook on your refrigerator. See this? Milk, eggs, coffee, chocolate. Is that on your list?
Well, no, because you don't have to remind me to get the chocolate. Yeah, that doesn't need to be on there. But, you know, that's really neat. But that little board is cute. And, you know, with that chalkboard paint, you can paint almost anything that you already have, and you can get that effect and hang it up. You can take an old picture that has glass on it that you don't like and just go ahead and paint over that glass, chalkboard paint. It's already framed, and you just put it up there, and you have your own chalkboard.
Okay, now how about those keys? Do you know where those keys are in your house?
I finally, because you know when if you get a new car and then they give you that spare key, do you ever really know where that spare key is, right? Because you rarely need it. But I finally made myself dedicate my spare keys to a special little box, because otherwise I'll lose it and I won't know where it is.
That's a funny story. I won't tell stories on people, but last night I had a friend of mine whose keys got locked in the car, and we didn't know where the spare keys were. Okay, anyway, what we have here, this is something decorative. It's like an old mailbox. And look at inside of this. This is fresh from the Dallas. Don't you love that?
Yeah, that's very cute, because you should never have to look for your keys again. And that goes back to kind of the basic idea of organizing, Lisa, is if you have a dedicated place for things, you save time and frustration, because if you always make a point of putting it back where it lives, then you can always find where it lives. Well, Lisa, thank you very much. This is just a small part of what's going on at the Home and Garden Show at the Stafford Center in Sugar Land. There's all kinds of things, whether it's home decor, whether it's smart technology, whatever, you'll find it there. So thank you very much for giving us a glimpse of what's going on in your corner of the world. All right.
Okay, so, thank you.
Everyone in our studio audience today is going home with a ticket to the Sugar Land Home and Garden Show this weekend at the Stafford Center. And you can go to our website for more information if you'd like to go as well.